What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tom Fouquet back in the motherfucking building with another person video, man. Today, as you read by the title, bro, my favorite player, man. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy B. Jimmy Buckets got traded to the Warriors. Now, I kind of figured that he was going to get traded, bro. Not to the Warriors, of course, but like, he just wanted to get traded anyways, bro. But shit, though, man. Man, it's crazy, man. But shit, we just gonna react to it, man. I know I'm kind of late a little bit, bro. Damn, it's been a whole year. But still, though, you know what I'm saying? I said a whole year. It's been a whole day. My fault. It's been a whole day, bro. But yeah, man, we finna get into it, bro. We finna react to probably two or three vids, bro. Finna react to this, to Kenny, Chris Smooth, and I'm react to what Steve Kerr said about this shit, man. But yeah, man, we finna get straight into it. Let's hop right into it, man. Let's get straight into it. Feel me? Alright, let's get into it.
Listen, I'm happy I waited. Jimmy Butler got traded like, 10, 15 minutes ago. I was like, it's got to be more to this trade. It's got to be more to this trade. I had put my hat on because, you can tell I need a shape up. And I was just waiting. I need more details. All the details out, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy Butler got about 90% of what he was originally asking for. He requested a trade what feels like 6 months ago. In reality, it was about a month ago. And one of the reasons he requested a trade is because of the contract situation, which we're gonna get to. He got about 90% of what he wanted. He's been suspended 3 different times. Yep. There was even this fake promo or this fake media push that the Miami Heat, they don't have to trade Jimmy. Actually, the players said they want him back. Nah, that was just so people could pick that phone back up and get a little bit desperate. And some team got desperate, damn it. That team is the Golden State Warriors. Here's the details of the trade. So it is Wiggins, it is Schroeder, who keeps getting passed around the league, Kyle Anderson in the first-round pick. That's not it, though, because, again, I waited for it, because I looked at that, I was like, there's no way that's all of it. Well, no, it's not. Dennis Schroeder is going to go to Utah. Kyle Anderson is going to Toronto. So instead of it being a 3-team trade, because I ain't even mentioned that Lenny Waters and Josh Richardson is going to Detroit. It's a 5-teamer. It's a good old 5-team deal to get Jimmy Butler to the Golden State Warriors. Now, when I talk about a team panicking, I think that's what the Warriors did. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing because I've been an advocate for the Steph Curry timeline forever. But I do believe that the Golden State Warriors definitely panicked on this one. Let's talk about it. My boy Lowe had a video that he posted on Twitter where he went over the 12 mishaps or misses that the Golden State Warriors have had over the last 4 or so years. It starts off when they have the 2nd overall pick and then, the 8th, 7th overall pick, and they take James Wiseman. Get well soon, Wise, but he's no longer on this team. They take Jonathan Kuminga, then they take Moses Moody. Instead of trading for a Pascal Siakam, who's available at that time, or trading for a Bradley Beal, maybe that was a good thing considering what his contract is. Nowadays, they missed out there, and more recently, they decided that Brandon Podziemski was untouchable in the Larry Mark.
I ain't gonna lie. The Warriors missed up on Siakam. Nah, see, look. Well, low-key, though. When Siakam was on the Raptors with, when it was Kawhi and them. I wouldn't say he was the best player, of course, but he was definitely a role player, though. Ain't gonna lie, the Warriors has Siakam, bro. It's they could have got him, but they still gonna have to have some more pieces. If you feel me, bro. But Siakam was most definitely gonna be there if you needed him. He was gonna get a buck. Because he's a role player, but he's like a starter. Obviously, he's starter potential. But it's if you want him to be as a role player, he can do that, bro. Because he did it with Kawhi. So, feel me, bro? I think that would have been crazy. It would have been hard, bro. But he done got James Wiseman. Hope Wiseman get better, bro. But he been injured lately, bro. So,
marketing trade. They called for Paul George. Just over the last 24 hours, they were calling for Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant said, don't trade for me. I don't really give a damn to play for y'all. So it feels like they were we have to do something. We have to do something. And this is coming on the heels of basically Draymond, Steph Curry, and Steve Kerr going to the podium and said, we're not going to give up our future for one last swing. And they didn't give up a ton here, don't get me wrong, but they definitely are going for one last swing. And I think that is completely okay. Now, back to the original point. Jimmy Butler got 90-something% of what he originally wanted. When Jimmy Butler formally requested a trade, he said he wants to get his joy back. He said he don't think it can happen in Miami and that he would play for all of the 29 other teams. That lasted about 2 hours because the Memphis Grizzlies picked up the phone and said, hey, we're interested in Jimmy Butler. Jimmy and company said, no, don't trade for me. It's not because he doesn't like Desmond Bane, John Moran, and Jaren Jackson Jr.'s basketball fit around him. I honestly think that would have been the best case, Jimmy. But it's because the Memphis Grizzlies were not looking to give Jimmy Butler the contract that he wanted. Yeah. The Memphis Grizzlies looked at this as an opportunity to get off a little bit of money and allow them to re-sign Jaren Jackson Jr. on this nice extension because he's a fucking dog, right? He said, don't trade for me. If you're not going to give me the money that I want, don't trade for me. That same thing he said to the Golden State Warriors. Don't trade for me. I hear y'all interested. Don't trade for me unless you're going to pay me. And they absolutely did. Yeah. The Golden State Warriors star Jimmy Butler has agreed to a 2-year, $121 million extension with the franchise through 2026, 2027. He's going to decline that player option for 2025, 2026. So he gets the bag that he originally wanted. And I guess the cool thing about this is that with this 2-year extension, it lines up perfectly with Steph Curry's contract and Draymond Green's contract. So when we say they're going for the one last hurrah, this is the definition of it, right? Now, I think one thing I do very poorly is I look at a trade like this. A big deal where a superstar or whatever you want to put, whatever caliber player you want to say Jimmy Butler is. And I look at it from 100,000 feet in the sky and say, hey, Jimmy Butler and the Warriors, more things happening? Oh, no. Jimmy Butler and the Warriors, that don't make them a championship team.
Right.
But I have to catch myself there. I have to catch myself there because while right now I do believe that's the case, that adding just Jimmy Butler to this roster doesn't make them a championship contender, I still think it gives them a better chance today than they did yesterday. And sometimes that's all it's really about. Yeah. You know, we always want to look at these things from the bigger lens. And sometimes it's like, man, Steph Curry's struggling out there, y'all. He's seeing 2 to 3 bodies on a nightly basis. Those shots, the open looks that he was able to create or get generated for him are no longer there. And he is having the...
All right, yo. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna touch base on that too, bro. I mean, I ain't been watching the Warriors like that, bro. But I mean, I know for sure, bro. Like, shit, every time Curry inside the game, bro, 2 to 3 people guarding him. Damn near the whole team guarding him, bro. Now you gotta pass the ball, and mind you, bro, the Warriors, they really don't have a lot of scorers, really. Well, back then, the only people they had for real was Andrew Wiggins and Jonathan Kuminga, to be honest. I'm being honest here. If we're being honest here, yes. Those were the only 2 people for real. And Stephen Curry, of course. But still, though. The thing is, though, bro, like, if he got a pass of the ball, somebody just, you know what I'm saying? Just people probably missing or, you feel me? The thing is, bro, like, you keep trapping Curry, it's like, bro, like, what can he do? But, nah, though, I think that really, to be honest, though, since they did add Jimmy Butler for real, though, I think it's going to be more progress, of course, bro. Like, they're going to be able to score and all that. They're going to kind of, in a sense, be competing as well, bro. Now, they might lose a couple, you know what I'm saying, a lot of games, but those games could be close. I said it could be, it could be close. Like, games could be close with other competitors, you feel me? But I'm going to have to see, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to have to see about everything. Like, I'm going to have to see just how they play, bro.
The hardest time of his career just getting off open looks. Jimmy Butler is a talent upgrade. Jimmy Butler, I mean, at the end of the day, the only real rotational player they cared about was Wiggins. Jimmy Butler is better than Wiggins. Just full stop. He's better than Wiggins. He's a better cutter. He's a better passer. He's a better in the post. He's better across the board than the only thing Wiggins probably has at this point in 2025. He's a better defender than what Jimmy Butler is. But Jimmy Butler is still a good defender. He's just not the all-defensive caliber player that he was 7 years ago. Yeah. So it's a talent upgrade. Right. Jimmy Butler is going to be respected. And the thing about Jimmy that makes it tough is that I just feel like his counting stats right now, 17 points per game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Cool. That's not anything super crazy. The one thing
Yeah.
that is super interesting about Jimmy is the efficiency numbers, because I do believe that Jimmy Butler has been phoning it in all season long because he's been waiting for this time to be traded. There was a couple games early in the season where he had back-to-back games with 7 shots, 8 shots. That's not Jimmy Butler. But at the end of the day, he didn't like what Spoelstra was incorporating with Tyler Hero being the guy, and he also didn't like what the hell Pat Riley was saying behind the scenes. So he kind of did this on-court boycott. At some point, it got him benched in back-to-back fourth quarters. So I can't look at Jimmy Butler's counter stats and be like, man, that's just a small upgrade over Wiggins. When the reality is it's a significant upgrade. It's been a minute since we've seen Jimmy Butler be at the peak of his powers, right? I think it was 2022, right? 2022, we seen Jimmy Butler put that backpack on and say, hey, I'm him, right? I do think that part of Jimmy Butler's still in there somewhere.
Is
and
crazy.
They're banking on him being able to really dive deep into that and allow him to do that with the Warriors, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler gives them a whole different look offensively. Like, Steph Curry is one of the greatest point guards of all time, but I love when Steph Curry doesn't have to be the I'm going to bring the ball up type of dude. Jimmy Butler has the capabilities to be the point forward, if you will. Him and Draymond on the court together might be a little interesting when it comes to the spacing, but there have been times throughout Warriors history because Steph Curry is such a lethal threat from three that he kind of counts as 2 floor spacers in one. So I'm not thinking about, I already see people saying the spacing on the team going to be interesting, and it might be interesting. It might not work. But I look at who Steph Curry is, and I say his spacing is enough, so be it, to kind of cover up the lack of shooting, even though Jimmy Butler has been at least an average three-point shooter over the last couple of years on low volume. I don't hate this. Again, it doesn't turn them into a championship-level team, but when I look at their payroll, I say, hey, let's look at this payroll, right? And this is pre-trade, so like Wiggins obviously gone, Schroeder's obviously gone, Kyle Anderson obviously gone. They traded Lindy Waters, so they traded a lot of different stuff. And I don't know if they want to gut things completely, but I look at Kevon Looney, who's been there forever, but expiring contract, $8 million. I look at Gary Payton, who makes that number, quick math, about 17-some million dollars. I look at Pods. Like, if you really wanted to go out there and get a floor space in 5, I'm watching one on my TV right now. His name is Nikola Vucevic. They had already been in conversations for Vucevic anyway, but they pivoted away in order to make something like this happen. And there's a world where they could do both. Now, I'm not saying that's what they're going to do. I did get a text that said the Warriors aren't done. But that doesn't mean that they're going to go get an all-star. It doesn't mean they're going to get a superstar. But there's a world where they also make another move or two. They do play tonight, and they just gave up like 5 players. So I don't know who the hell playing tonight. But again, from the top rope view, it doesn't make them a contender. But I also don't think that really matters at the end of the day. We still have no report on what the protections on that pick is, so maybe it ends up being something interesting. But as of right now, that pick is just what it is. It's just a pick. Miami is working through the resolution with Kyle Anderson. Toronto portion fell through. He could stay or be moved on. A massive deal with many moving parts. Okay. Because PJ Tucker's back in Miami too, I guess. That just happened.
PJ Tucker.
So again, upgrade is good. Maybe not great, but the upgrade is good. Now, I look at the other side of things. You think about Miami not having nearly any leverage in this deal. I think they walked out smiling. Like, Andrew Wiggins is a really good basketball player. I know he's an all-star a few years ago. He's not going to do that anymore. But, like, let's look at just the counting stats as of right now. Wiggins is 17.6. He's 4 rebounds. He's 2 assists. And he's shooting 38% from 3. I've watched a lot of Miami Heat since Jimmy Butler's been gone because I like Khalil Ware. I like watching Khalil Ware. And I like watching Bam Adebayo when he's got it going. They desperately could use another bigger wing, and Wiggins being 6'7", defensive, I wouldn't say mastermind, but he's definitely a good defender. He's the type of player that I think fits. I'm not going to say Heat culture. That's dead to me in a way. Maybe because they put it on the jersey and put it on the floor. I hate the term Heat culture. But he fits the type of player that the Miami Heat would like. I think he fits well with Bam. I think he fits well with Tyler Hero. I think this is, again, given that Jimmy Butler had been sabotaging his trade value for the last month or so, this is a really good pickup for them. And then you also incorporate the fact that they...
Yeah, I don't know that right now. Yo, he ain't lying, though. Low key, Miami Heat, they're probably like, all right, but we got Jimmy off the team. We finally can have another player that can really come in here and, like, you know what I'm saying, ball, like, hoop. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, bro, like what I'm saying, Jimmy Butler going to the Warriors, that is a good trade for them, too. But I feel like, in a sense, that they low-key, like, Warriors and Heat helped each other out, bro. Because that's another key player that Heat got, because Andrew Wiggins can still get a buck, and he is good at defense as well. You know what I'm saying? So if he could defend and still, go around, you know, out of jaws of the paint, shit like that, shoot threes and all that stuff like that, bro, it's still a good fit for, I would say, the Heat as well, bro. Bam Adebayo, Tyler, Hero, and Andrew Wiggins, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, in a sense, that it was good that they traded each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just traded for a good term, pretty much. Like, they pretty much hooked each other up. I think the only key thing that was kind of bad about it with the Warriors is because of the simple fact that they're going, you know what I'm saying? They giving Jimmy Butler a lot of money. Like, that's 12. Like, 121 mil. Like, shit. And I did my research too, bro. Beforehand, you know what I'm saying? When Jimmy Butler was on the Heat, but Jimmy Butler's only getting paid like 54 mil. 54 mil, bro. And I believe he was on his last year as well with the Heat anyways. But he was getting paid $54 million, bro. I mean, that's another reason why he didn't want to leave. But at the same time, though, bro, that's still crazy, bro. Because that means, what's it called? Yeah, Jimmy Butler getting paid 54 minutes, 121. But, I mean, a year, that's probably like, I'd say like, down, that's 61, bro. Yeah, it's around like 61. It's 50 something. 58, 59, or between the 60 mil. Still, though, that's a lot. That's a lot more money than what he got on the goddamn Heat. Feel me? So, you know, I mean, still though, regardless, bro. I mean, if the Warriors wanted Jimmy Butler, they gonna pay him for that shit. So
they do get the first round pick, whatever the protections are. It's a good deal, Pat Riley. And Pat Riley has slept through the deadline a couple different times over the last couple of years. This was one of them years where he wasn't able to do that, and he did trade Jimmy Butler away and get back something of value. Yeah. Even if you don't see Wiggins as a long-term fit alongside Tyler Hero and all of those things, Wiggins, again, is a damn good player. And if you wanted to move him to his next team, I'm looking for his contract. He's got next year at $28 million, then the player option for $30. It's not a bad contract for the type of production that Wiggins pulls out there. So I like this from the Miami Heat perspective, maybe a little bit more than I like it from the Warriors, because, again, they're not going all in to win a championship. Like, I don't look at the ceiling of the Miami Heat any differently, but I do think this is a team that should make the playoffs. And they continue to develop some of their younger players and continue to let Tyler Hero develop as an all-star, get Bam back on his offensive stuff. Yeah, I don't mind this whatsoever. And the Detroit Pistons bringing in Lindy Waters. I thought it was really interesting that Lindy Waters ended up with the Pistons and not just sticking with Miami. When you think about the way the Miami Heat like to play basketball, I just typed in Miami, try to type in Lindy Waters. Lindy Waters, so far this season, a 33% three-point shooter, but he has been a league average shooter for the majority of his career. I just find it interesting that he didn't find his way there. You know, maybe they look at this year and like, no, we'd rather just not have to pay this kid because he has not been able to shoot this year. Where he's at $2 million. I would have just taken that. But whatever. He goes to Detroit, and Detroit becomes facilitators. I think one loser in all of this is...
Hold on. I actually do got it. I forgot what... Oh, yeah. Klay Thompson was in free agency. That's what it was. Yeah. So they ain't even giving nobody a phone. My bad. My fault.
We got to talk about the Phoenix Suns, right? Because it got so weird, right? Because the Phoenix Suns were obviously interested in Jimmy Butler. At one point, Brian Windhorst reported... that the Suns had called all 29 other teams across basketball trying to find somebody to take Bradley Beal's contract, and not a single team was really interested for good reason. That contract is awful. So it ended up shifting to the point where it was like, there's a trade and talk where Kevin Durant ends up with the Golden State Warriors, and Jimmy Butler ends up with the Suns? What sense does that make? So it leaves the Suns as a team. What are we talking about standings-wise for the Suns? Because it has not been good. I watched them get their ass buzzed by the Trailblazers twice this week. So they are sitting at one game.
With the Suns, bro, I was just talking about my homeboys, bro, with the Suns, bro. I ain't gonna lie, in the beginning of the start of the season, when it was all three of them, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, I was like, oh shit, these niggas finna be a threat. Like, they finna be crazy. Like, Like watching them is gonna be wild. Like they're gonna be top contenders, like top of the conference on some shit, like probably top 5, top 10, something like that. Man, I've been like I watched like one of their games, something like that, bro. It's been terrible, bro. I mean, like for real, like they just team chemistry is terrible. It's bad. I don't know how the hell their team chemistry is that bad. Like, and the thing is, like Devin Booker, Devin Booker can get a buck. Bradley Beal can get a buck. KD most definitely he been getting a bucket since he's been in the NBA, bro. And it's like they just can't put it together, bro. The team chemistry shit. It's crazy, bro. It's like it's crazy, bro. Yeah, it's just wild.
Game above 500. You have to really question what is the overall outcome or the overall goal of this roster. I think the good thing is for the Phoenix Suns perspective is that you don't have to make the decision before Thursday, 2:00 Central, right? You don't have to trade Kevin Durant this week, but you have to now start thinking, man, this was unequivocally a failure. We're 2 games over 500 with this big three that we created with no future assets. We might have to go the other direction. And they still do have new owner syndrome, so I don't know if Matt Ishbia will ever be like, yep, y'all are absolutely right. Let's trade Kevin Durant to the Houston Rockets, get all of our picks back, and then we can, start the rebuild around Book. Because that was also a report that they were taking calls, right? They were taking calls on KD. That the only person that was safe on the roster was Devin himself. So I don't know what this means for them. Maybe they even try to pivot, but I don't think there's any other bigger names available. But damn it, I didn't expect Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic to get traded for each other. So nobody knows what the hell is going on. I hope they trade for
I'm ready.
Not the Suns. I'm not going to watch. I hope the Warriors.
I'm ready. I'm ready for that, bro. I'm ready to see the Lakers play. I'm ready to see the Mavericks play, bro. I'm ready for both of them. I'm ready for them to play each other, bro. I just want to see the first game when they all AD and Kyrie play with each other, and then Luka and LeBron play with each other. I'm ready for it, bro. I'm ready to watch it, bro. Like, for real. It's going to be crazy, bro. Yeah, man. It's going to be wild.
He's trade for Vucevic because he fits the timeline. He's got the same amount of years left on his contract. He's about 30-something years old, just like the rest of the guys on the team. Go get Vooch. All right, I don't know if overall grades, y'all let me know in the comment section.
Yeah, man. It's going to be wild. You know, a matter of fact, I think, to be honest, he touched base on everything, bro. That's why Kenny really, he really a basketball, enthusiast. Like, this nigga takes this shit serious. He get the details for real, bro. I don't even think I gotta watch any of the other ones, man. To be honest with you. But no, though, man. Yeah, like I said, bro, I'm ready for everybody to play with each other. I'm ready for the Heat to play with each other. I just seen the Spurs last night when they was playing. You know what I'm saying? I was seeing De'Aaron Fox and Wembanyama play with each other against the Atlanta Hawks, which was a damn good game. I can't even cap to you it was a close game, but Spurs won by 1 point, I think. Yeah, Spurs won by 1 point, bro. It was a damn good game. De'Aaron Fox was just comfortable out there for real. He was still getting buckets. But he had 20. I think he had 30 something. Let me see. Actually. Let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, he had 30 something. Nope, he had 24. Him and Wembanyama had 24. They had 48 points in total as with two of them. With both of them. 48 points. Which is insane. Which is crazy, man. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, though, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready for all these other games to go by, you know what I'm saying? What's it called? The trade deadline is about to end, bro. It ends today at 3 p.m. It'll be wild if a team trade for somebody as of right now. It'll be wild. But you know, I'm gonna be on the lookout though. I'm gonna for sure be on the lookout about these trade deadlines, man. And also, if y'all want some more content like this, bro, y'all let me know, man. Cause for real, I'm really starting to get into basketball for more. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting into basketball more for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Especially with these down trades. The trading has been wild, right? Like this business has been a wild trade deadline in a minute. Like I ain't never seen nothing like this until now. Like until this year, it's been wild, bro. But yeah, though, man. This is the end of the vid, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the end of the vid, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Share it, man. Tom 4K, man. I'm out, man.